You know what would be a good bit? If for like weeks I was like, for Halloween, my wife's gonna be Mike Wazowski, my daughter's gonna be Boo, and I'm gonna be Sully. And then people were like, Pog, Monsters Inc. And then I just went live and I was wearing like a pilot's uniform. Wouldn't that be a funny bit? There's no bit. I'm just dressed like a normal guy. I get it. I don't get it. Sully is also the pilot from the movie Sully. The dude who landed the plane. Not Denzel Washington. Cat's been messing with my office, man. Look at how tilted this is. Also threw up all over my bathroom floor. Not me. Tomo threw up all over my bathroom floor last night. The shit dried up. Took forever to scrape it off. Like the dude couldn't just throw up on the hardwood. He had to go straight on the, I don't even know what stone it is. Granite maybe? Apollo, how do you feel about Halloween? It strikes me as not your favorite holiday. It's cool, but I don't partake. See, that's, I think, the way that I should feel about Halloween. I should have felt about Halloween before I had a kid. It's easy to like Halloween if you don't participate. As an adult with a kid, hello? Did you stop hitting the chords? Ah! As an adult with a kid, it's an easy holiday to enjoy because your kid dresses up in something cute and you get the opportunity to teach some lessons. You get to be like, don't be shy, go say trick or treat. Say thank you, get some candy, interface with other children your own age, etc., etc. You take good pictures, etc., etc. I really did not enjoy Halloween from like age 10 to 31, though. 30, I guess. Tomo, get out of here. Go. I'm hearing like electrical zaps in my ears because you're shorting out my cables by whipping your tail into like every cord simultaneously. I'm just kidding. Oh, man. Imagine. It's because you lived in Kingston? I saw it when you typed it the first time. Everybody knows Kingston is washed for Halloween, bro. Everybody knows it. Halloween goes crazy in London, Ontario, though. We do it upright. We're an hour and a half away from our parents in the greater Toronto area. So I could if I needed money, I could still take the megabus back to Scarborough if I had to, but they're too far away to actually supervise what I'm doing. So I have some incentive to behave a little badly. Hey, Rex Mechanica, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. It's not long distance though, because I could be like, I could still call them on Wednesday morning and be like, Mom, help, I fucked up. Can you call the dean and tell them I apologize for not handing my assignment in for me? Anything can happen on Halloween. That's damn true. Your dog could turn into a cat. Meow. You're something do 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 do. I know that one. That's Tim Curry's Anything Can Happen on Halloween. No? Really? New Year's Eve is a scam. April Fool's is a bore. But on Halloween, your blood begins to boil. There's something spooky going on. You've never heard this one? This is a classic Halloween jaunt. Chat, what's the best non-candy thing to get on Halloween? Before we talk about this, can we talk about the fact, and no one's more surprised than me, the person whose Halloween candy tier list I vibe the most with is Corey's. And I've still got some issues with it personally. Like, it's stunning to me that people keep putting, chocolate-covered raisins in anything but the bottom tier. Like, are you 90 years old? I think Ludwig had them in, the B tier. Like, he would rather get, chocolate-covered raisins than Snickers or something like that. It's kind of unbelievable to me. But Corey is the first motherfucker I've ever seen who doesn't grab the balls and stroke the shaft of the Kit Kat Corporation. I don't know. I felt like an insane person. Everybody's always like, Kit Kats are so good. They're like the king of all chocolate bars. And I'm like, it's literally just like chocolate over like a wafer. It's nothing. It's like, I wouldn't turn them down, but at the same time, like, I wouldn't get off the highway and exit early to go to the Kit Kat factory. The Kit Kat dick riding is crazy. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. So Corey put it in like the C tier, which I think is fair. I don't think it's like the worst chocolate ever made. I'm just a little surprised that it gets so much cachet in the streamer community. What's S for you? I accept, by the way, I'm not trying to seek consensus. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. I'm a Sour Patch guy. I'm a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup guy. I would probably, the most divergence that I have from consensus is probably that, like, I don't understand why people think Swedish berries are a bad candy. I would never be upset to get a little fun-sized pack of Swedish berries on Halloween, or Swedish fish. I love a Swedish fish or a Swedish berry. What is a Swedish berry? It's a Canadian Swedish fish, okay? Everybody chill. Everyone relax. We do things a little differently up here. You strike me as a coffee crisp sort of guy. Coffee crisp is indeed delicious. We're going to lose this round. I don't need to wait for the cards to flip. Just looking at your backpack, I'm very scared. I love a coffee crisp. Wait, hang on, we're still hanging somehow. Crit me? We're gonna win. Holy cow. Oh, in fact, it wasn't even that close. Bro, your Halloween tweet did numbers? Your Halloween tweet did numbers. It does have 22,000 likes. Holy fuck. Eat This Wemby has 1,000 likes. It's the first time I've hit the millennium milestone on a Wemby. That story is true, by the way. I don't know why someone, later they said they were just joking after they got ratioed, but I did not make it up. We went out trick-or-treating for like an hour, and then my daughter was like, I have to go potty. So we walked home, we went potty, and then she was like, I don't want to go out trick-or-treating anymore. And I was like, okay, no problem. We ate some candy and watched Skeleton Dance on Disney+. Then she said, I don't want to see anything else scary. So we turned on the Canucks game. It's not a joke. And it would make more sense if they were playing badly, but they're actually playing pretty good. Anyway, and then, so we were giving out candy to the kids who came to our house to trick or treat. By the way, I don't know what happened. Did you know you're old if you say trick or treat now? Every 12 to 17-year-old that came to our door said, Happy Halloween. I don't know if it's a regional thing. There was like, we were the only people saying trick or treat. Happy Halloween is taken over somehow. I don't understand. I've been out of the game for too long. Try that in a small town. Sometimes they do just stare at you with their pillowcases open. Yes, I saw the tweet, and there's some truth to it. They were nice about it. There's nothing like rude about it, but there were like the first group of kids that came. One of the kids was wearing like a suit, and then it looked like he had like a GoPro as his head. And I was like, nice cameraman costume. And then they went like, wow, someone finally knows who we are. And I went, of course, you're Skibidi Toilet. And they went, wow! Like there was no shot. They expected this bald man with a salt and pepper stubble to know Skibidi Toilet. And I blew their minds. You made their night? Bro, they made my night. They made my week. And then I got the second hit. And then I bumped again until I bumped again and said, how can I get back there too anyway? Because then Apollo said, I'm struggling because apparently this has been going on all year and this is the first time I've ever heard of this. Guess what, motherfucker? Through a Mobius strip of space-time continuum, my ass is younger than Apollo now. Doesn't make any sense. I'm pretty sure he was born in like 1995. Guess what? I'm younger than you. Get smoked, kid. Also, I don't know what was going on. I felt like self-conscious. I thought we were late going out to trick-or-treat. We have a 3-year-old. We went out at 6:30. I was like stressing out, but I was like, makes sense. We'll eat dinner first, okay? We'll eat dinner, then we'll go out, so that's covered. We're not coming back and eating dinner at like 8:39, whatever. We went out at 6:30. One of the first houses we hit, knock on the door. The dude's like, "Oh, sorry, we were not ready yet." And then it took him like a minute. And he handed us the bowl of candy, and then he pulled out one of those like traffic counters and clicked it and said, "You guys are the first group tonight." And I was like, "It's like 6:41 now. When the hell did people start trick or treating?" I mean, I figured we would see kids starting at like 4:30 or 5. The Wemby Slender Man was pretty good. Absolutely. Great costume. He is really tall. We only got 7 kids this year. I would say I think we got 40. And the reason I know almost the number is because like 2 years ago, my mom and my wife made like Halloween goodie bags to give out, and we got 1 kid. I think they made like 50. And then the next year, we were like, that's fine. We'll just reuse the goodie bags and put new candy in them. And we got none kids. So we've been moving around these like paper bags with stickers on them that say Happy Halloween. And then finally this year, my wife refilled them with candy yet again. And we had enough kids to give out all of the Halloween goodie bags. And then also we gave out a little candy out of pocket. So we finally got rid of that extra inventory we've been holding. Also, I don't know if you saw, my wife was dressed as Mike Wazowski. It was really good because every time, like you can't see her face at all. Every time we went to a house, it would be like me and my daughter at the door because she couldn't really make it up the stairs because like she can't see anything in the costume, which makes perfect sense. So I would like knock on the door, and then my daughter would go trick or treat, and then they would give her some candy, and then they would go like, "What about your other kid?" And then I would go, "Oh, that's my wife." And they would always be like, "Oh, okay, sorry, I didn't know." And I'm like, "Yeah, no, I know. You're like the 20th person tonight to be like confused." They just assumed that it was another child inside of that costume. Can you please address the home baked goods on Halloween Reddit post? I didn't see it. 38-year-old girlfriend who still says, "Did you address the Halloween baked goods on Reddit post? Twitter is debating whether or not John Fetterman is canceled, and I just can't with this hell site today." Me heard the phrase John Fetterman and my gym shorts rode up so high that I almost passed out. I think I have COVID. Sorry, okay. Grew up very poor. Now I'm able to be the cool house. You get a cookie. Picture is Ziploc bags, each one containing 1 to 2 homemade baked goods. I hate to break it to you, but 99% of these will go in the trash. No one is letting their kids eat baked goods from strangers. What a sweet idea, but as a parent, I wouldn't let my kids eat them. Love the passion. Next time, buy full-size candy bars. I think your heart's in the right place. I have to agree with most people. Once a parent sees this, it's not going to be eaten. Okay, here's the thing. I don't believe anyone is going to put poison or drugs in my kids' Halloween candy. What I would do probably is give my kids the custom or the factory candy, and I would eat the homemade baked goods myself. Because the homemade baked goods are probably delicious. And if I die, like big whoop. I'm not sweating that. I'll eat the popcorn ball or the brownie or whatever. And my kid, they don't, because I used to get homemade baked goods for Halloween sometimes as well. And I didn't want to eat that shit when I was like 8. I was like, give me the Skittles, man. Greatest crime ever committed, poisoning hundreds of people from my home address with my face visible. I was actually thinking about it last night. I was like proud of my generation because I feel like I've heard a lot less of like moral panic over like they found a razor blade inside of a candy apple. You know, like they'd happen like one time in 1989, and then my entire childhood, it was like, don't ever eat an apple you get from a house on Halloween. But apparently, it's still going around. The rumors are still going around. But I thought we got over it, but apparently not. I mean, I'll just tell you, if I get an apple on Halloween, it's going in the compost. I'm perfectly capable of purchasing my own apples. I will say, we love when people give out the full-size candy bars, don't we, folks? We do. But also, we were so early to one house last night, they gave us 2 full-size candy bars. Holy, brother. Also, I was kind of a game bot. I don't know if you're here. We're not playing Headbangers, so I don't know if you're here. I was kind of offended that you tried to yes and my real story about Skibidi Toilet by saying, let me guess, you gave them a travel-sized toothpaste. You know, because of inflation, a travel-sized toothpaste is fucking like $6.50 or something like that now. Chocolate bars are still like $1 each. Like, for some reason, they're inflation resistant. Travel-sized toothpaste is like really expensive. There's no shop my ass is going, that's like premium to be giving out travel-sized toothpaste. They lock up the toothpaste too in some places. They should lock up the green Sensodyne. Maybe they'll actually be able to keep some in stock. Why don't you just use the blue Sensodyne? Because it's got fucking sodium thiopental or whatever in it that gives you canker sores if you got an allergy to it, which I found out after using it about 150 times that I do. How old are you to have opinions on Sensodyne? Listen, bro. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. Blue Sensodyne contains sodium lauryl sulfate, which if you have a sensitivity to it, ironically, given that it's a toothpaste for people with sensitive teeth, causes you to get canker sores. If you get canker sores, go check your toothpaste. If it is blue Sensodyne, or it contains sodium lauryl sulfate, also known as SLS, go check it out. It might save you some grief. I remember where we came from. Okay. I didn't learn this from my degree. My degree didn't teach me about this. It didn't teach me meow. I'm telling you, go check it out for yourself. You may discover something that you weren't ready for. He's right. I switched to Tom's from Crest, and I haven't had a canker sore to this day. To this day! I'm a green. No, that's true. I'm a green Sensodyne man. But if you're a blue Sensodyne user, I mean, obviously some people out there are using it just fine, coming out of their cage because they want it all. This definitely feels like. No, I remember you. Oh, he pins my arms behind my back. I remember that now. The other part of that Skibidi Toilet tweet was also true. Kate is proud. I'm 3.5 years older than my wife, so she thinks that I'm 80 and she's like 25. It kind of shook her worldview when I said these kids are dressed as Skibidi Toilet, and she said, "What's that?" And I was like, "Oh, she doesn't know." And then she watched Skibidi Toilet, and she was like, what the hell is this? And I was like, you have to believe me, I don't know. I've literally never seen it. I'm only familiar with it because I, work online. So people come into my chat, and they're like, did you see that Hassan poured a charged lemonade from Panera down the original Skibidi Toilet? And I do think she got a little bit of the ick when she watched Skibidi Toilet. She was like, I thought my husband was like a respectable dad. There's no reason. Don't kill me. There's no reason that he should know what this is. Did you eat any Halloween candy? Yes. My kid got a Tootsie Roll. I feel like we as humanity probably should not be eating Tootsie Rolls anymore. It's sugar, corn syrup, and palm oil mixed together. But it's too late for me. I already enjoy the flavor of a Tootsie Roll for some reason, which probably means that I'm 175 years old. So I said, don't eat that Tootsie Roll. I'll take the Tootsie Roll. And then we went to one house. They gave us a snack-sized bag of crispy minis. Like Quaker Quaker Oats rice cakes. And I was like, I was pogging up, but at the same time, I was like, you forgot to buy candy, right? This is like stuff you pack for your kids' lunches, which is fine. So I went to town on the crispy minis too. I like a crispy mini. I like the big ones too, the crispy megas. And don't say me too, brother, to that comment. I see you. Should have given out some Coke Zeros. I mean, in my old neighborhood when I was a kid, there would be houses that would give out like a canned ginger ale or something like that. And honestly, I think it's fine as long as it only exists as like a small proportion of the Halloween houses. If I've gotten 30 fun-size candies and chocolates, one ginger ale would hit hard. It gives me something to drink while I'm eating the candy. But if I'm like going out and every other house is giving you a can of soda, then after a while you're like, this bag is fucking heavy, bro. We had a dentist on our block who gave out toothpaste and floss. Useful, but irritating for sure. Lame ass dentist, man. Like, yeah, come on, you're off the clock. I got an idea. It looks like this. Hey, come get me. I was almost so smart. He's a genius, dude. It hit him. It hit him. I saw it. Some of the houses growing up used to give us Christian pamphlets. Not my ass opening my mailbox to a letter that says Dear Neighbor and assuming it was going to be someone saying like, hey, we missed you when you moved in, but welcome to the neighborhood. And then I open that shit up and it's like, do you want to join the Jehovah's Witnesses? And I'm like, what the fuck? They didn't even put their return address on it. Like, that's how you know they knew what kind of response they were getting. I've gotten like 3 handwritten letters like that in the past month. 'Tis the season, bro. Who is Jehovah and what is he witnessing? Listen, we're just telling jokes here. We're not trying to offend people. But isn't Jehovah Sephiroth's dad? Wait, no, sorry. It's problematic. Sephiroth's mom? Sephiroth's creator? The entity that provided the genetic material to ascend Sephiroth? That's Genova. Oh. How do you know about that? This is the thing is funny. Is like I was a turbo nerd when Final Fantasy VII came out. And then you could make jokes about Final Fantasy VII for like fucking 25 years. And now I can't make jokes about Final Fantasy VII anymore because there's spoilers for the Final Fantasy VII remake. You know, they took some of my best material. They ripped off my whole flow, bar for bar, line for line. I can't even tell you anymore that you fight Dr. Hojo at the end of Act 2 and it's total bullshit. I can't even fucking tell you that the hardest boss in the game, no, don't tell us about the final boss. It's not the final boss. You're literally just running and then you fight a robot that has like, it looks like a coat hanger and it's got 2 arms and it grabs 2 of your fucking party members and you're just stuck there with Yuffie. She doesn't have any DPS and you're like, what am I gonna do here, brother? What am I gonna do?
Can I share some stories? I already shared a story on my subscriber only Discord, but here, maybe I can pull out the image. So what happened was there was like a little community event around our neighborhood this weekend. So we are dressed up as Monsters Inc. I'll show you. This is us. Because I thought which movie that I like that has basically a 3-year-old girl as a character. And obviously it's Monsters Inc. It's my fave. One of my fave movie. So I dressed Luna as Boo. And then I wanted to have Ryan to dress as Mike Wazowski. But then this thing is really hard to move around in. Like, it's it's inflatable, right? It has like the fan thingy that's inside. You know, those like the famous dinosaur costume. It's like that. It has the fan thingy that blows in air, so you're constantly inflated. But then it's so hard to move because if you can see, Mike Wazowski, my dude got no knees, or maybe he got knees, but he ain't got no butt. You know what I mean? It's literally 2 sticks in a big circle. So walking around in this costume was really hard. And also, people will be asking, where can you see through from? It's the hard hat that has the M. You see how it's a little bright? It's like mesh kind of, like you can see it through a little bit. But when there is a sunlight directly coming at you, you are like it's actually flashbang. You cannot see a thing. And walking around in this costume was actually impossible. So like kids and adults, they loved my costume. They were like, "Whoa! It's Mike Wazowski." Those are the adults. Kids, "Whoa! Monsters! One-eye monster! Eyeball monster! Eyeball monster!" And then I was like, "Oh no. I didn't think my costume was that amazing. I don't know why they have to scream about it." Then proceeds with punching my costume. Like there was a kid dressed up as Pennywise, and he did tornado kick on me, thinking that would be hilarious. And he tornado kicked from the front and the back and the side. And I was like looking at his mom like, "Bruh, take care of your kid. You're your own little Pennywise. He's a little MFer." And then the mom legit didn't do anything. She was just watching like I was a doll or something. Like, what the frick is going on? I was so pissed off that so Ryan, we were upstairs. We had to go down the stairs. And you know, like I'm huge. Like this costume, like I'm super big. It's like insane inflated. So if I were to go down the stairs, it needs to be completely cleared off or I won't be able to walk down. So Ryan said, "Okay, I'll walk down with Luna first, so you can walk down right after me." And I said, "Okay." And then as I was waiting for them to walk down, one kid goes like, oh my gosh, I love your costume." And I said, "Oh, thank you." And then the parents, they were politely asking like, "Is it okay if he gives you a high five?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then I tried to do a high five, and then the kid was a little scared. I'm like, "It's okay, give me a high five." And then the kid's like, "Oh." And I'm like, "Bro, I gotta go." But then I was like, "Okay." And then out of nowhere, he gives me a hug, which was sweet, I guess. And I said, "Aw, thanks." Like, that's sweet. And then somehow that started chain of 6 or 8 kids running towards me and touching my costume, but not like nicely touching, like punching, kicking. I have no idea why this kid who wanted to first give me a high five turned into a hug, which was nice, and then started like raids of kids kicking and punching me. And I said, I have to go down. Help me, please stop. No more. And then the kid said, "Oh my god, there's a person in it." What? It's a monster, attack. And then the kids were like attacking me. What's going on? And I was like, Ryan, help me. Ryan. And then Ryan was just like at the bottom of the stairs looking up, like smiling. I'm like, what the fuck? Why you abandoned me? And I said, we have to leave right now. We have to go. I'm done. I just, like, it was so stupid. I just don't understand why, like, a kid gave me a hug and then they said, I'm gonna punch them. And I said, stop punching me. And then they said, there's a person inside, attack. But honestly, you know how people, they think, oh, if you have a kid, you love kids, you know how to be around other kids, like, now you're a pro at kids. Bro, other than my own kid, I hate all kids. and 90% of babies. And you'd be like, oh, how can you hate babies? Babies are so cute. Well, it kind of got better because I 100% hated all the babies. No baby on earth was cute. At least after having Luna, now it has gone down to 90%. I hate 90% of babies. They still look like devil. 10% of them are cute, and I go, aw, that baby is cute. But only 10%. It was so funny. I'm pretty sure Ryan told you guys the story. But yesterday when we went trick or treating for an hour, everyone thought I was Ryan's son or something like that. Everyone was like, oh, but how about that guy? How about the green eyeball guy? Doesn't he want a candy? And then Ryan went, oh, that's my wife. Bro, dude. But it wasn't just once. It was like 3 times. Like, oh, but how about that guy? Doesn't he want a candy? And Ryan have to say like, oh, that's my wife. I have to say, I'm with them. I'm his wife. I'm his wife. Should have just gotten the candy. No thanks. And then Ryan got, the snack size, what's it called? Rice crisp? Crispy rice? Something like that. And then Ryan said, yo, my favorite snack. And then he ate it. I said, whoa, talking about dad tax. You're taking it from her? And then Ryan said, she wouldn't like it. And then he just munch. I mean, how much Luna's Halloween candy does she eat? Well, it's not about the amount of that she can consume. She only got 1 bag of crispy rice cracker or whatever it's called. And then Ryan said she wouldn't like it. Nah, she wouldn't like it. And then he ate it. When I was little, I would still have candy left. Dude, I realized my neighborhood sucks balls. And I realized that my childhood neighbor was actually an amazing neighborhood. Like, my childhood neighborhood wasn't anything special at all. It was just like super normal. But during Halloween, it popped off. Everyone decorated, everyone like dressed up. Even the people who are giving out candies in the house, like they all dressed up and like play spooky music out in the stereo and stuff. Like, it was like legit party moment. It was so cool, right? So young Kate thought that's how Halloween is everywhere. And then when we moved to this new neighborhood, and I thought it was gonna be like that now that we're in suburb. Nah, dude, they all suck. We got just bunch of people just handing out, like, they don't even decorate the house. It was just like 1 pumpkin sitting out, and then they go, here's 1 snack size Kit Kat bar. No, like, they didn't even dress up, like, they're not blasting Halloween music, like, no kids are just rows of kids trick-or-treating, like, they're just, I said to Ryan, like, our neighborhood sucks. And then we were done by, like, it took us 1 hour, but legit, I think we went to less than 10 houses just because Luna is small and she gets distracted with pumpkins and stuff. And she wasn't, like, her purpose wasn't to, like, let's go to all the houses so I can get a lot of snacks. I don't know how to describe herself. She's very humble. Like, after we went 8 houses, which took us about 40 minutes, 50 minutes. And then she looked at her pumpkin, like the little basket. And then she said, that's enough. That's enough, Daddy. That's enough, Mommy. I have enough snacks for myself. I want to go back home. And I said, really? We've been out for like 40 minutes. You don't want to go around? Like, we didn't even go around the whole block. Like, we just went half a block. Are you sure? And she said, yeah, I don't need any more. I have enough. I was like, what the heck, dude? This is crazy. She's 3. So we just went back home. We were like, are you sure? Are you sure? Like, you had it enough? Don't you want to go trick-or-treating more? Are you sure? And she's like, no, I don't need no more. I have enough. And then when we came back, she said, how many snacks can I have? And I said 3. And she picked full 3 sizes of chocolate bars. And Ryan said, alright, good try, but not like that. So we just gave her, like the snack size chocolate bar and the Sour Patch Kids, and I think it was just something else. And then she ate those 3. And I'm sure every other kid would say, I want more. But she said, okay, that's good. And then Ryan's mom said, she was warning us that we might have thousands of kids coming to our door. And I was like, what? Thousands of kids? I don't think we have thousands of candy. And I was a little scared. I thought I'd have to buy more, but I just, if we run out of candy, it is what it is. But then legit, I counted 35 kids. And out of 35, 10 of them was in one group. And they, 10 boys, I would say, they were 14 or 15 years old, knocked on my door, said trick or treat, all 10 of them. And then I gave them, and they just rotated and then took all the snacks. But it was all into their backpacks, no costumes, no nothing. And I was like, you fucking suck. And then that's one of the boys say, are you Japanese? Konnichiwa, arigato. And I was like, I wanted to punch the dude. Oh my god.
You keep me singing that I'm singing so loud. You keep me singing with the rest of the crowd. Don't bring me down. No, 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 no. You keep me busting all kinds of ghosts. You got me busting the ghost that's the most. Don't bust those ghosts. Okay, that's Ghostbusters.